Today we are going over harness training with rabbits. Here I have Amore, who is a mini lop. Right there I did a recall. So her recall cue is a couple taps on the ground. She has had about 4 training sessions with the harness prior to this, and she's had recall and targeting training a lot more before the harness. So right here I'm asking her to target, and my target stick is a selfie stick from the dollar store with a ping pong ball taped to it. So whatever works. So I'm asking her to target, and she didn't really want to go in the woods, so she had to really stretch out to avoid going on the wood just because it's a little slippery. And I do this in the beginning just to get her brain thinking a little bit, and we will be using the targeting cue while she has the harness on. For treats, I am using just her regular pellets. You can use whatever, just something that's really small and they can chew right away. This allows you to give many rewards throughout. So I have a bowl of her pellets, and I'm just going to allow her to free eat out of it as I put on her harness. This way she associates the harness going on as a really good thing, and I'll only put the harness on if she's over here eating her pellets. So going around the head, she doesn't mind too much. I find that going under their stomach seems to be the biggest spot that spooks them a little bit. So I go ahead, let her decide to come back. I only continue if she's calm and eating her pellets. This way it's her choice if she wants me under her belly or not. This gets better over time. They'll get more used to it. Some rabbits are more sensitive than others, and I spend a little extra time just under there. Anytime she starts jumping or running away, I'll stop and wait for her to calm down and continue eating again. So I just wait for her to come back. And I go ahead and going to take off that lead there so she doesn't get all tangled up where it doesn't pull around her neck if she were to run and jump away. So anytime she jumps away, just wait. It's patience. They'll get used to it. She always comes back for the treats, so it can't be too horrible. Go ahead, and I think this is where I finally get it clipped. See, she's nice and calm now. Working underneath her. It's a weird feeling for rabbits. Same reason they only get picked up. There we go, got it all clipped. I go ahead and I take the food away now that it's on, and I start asking her to target, so getting her comfortable moving around with the harness on, and getting her brain working again with the target cue. She's thinking about that food bowl up there. So I go ahead, and this is where I begin with the training. It's with the target cue, so this way I can get her moving all around with the harness and no big deal. She gets treats, lots of treats every time she targets, so I want her to continue wanting to work. So we go over here again by the slippery floor, where she's a little less reluctant to go towards. Now I start asking her to target by my leg, the side that I want her to be along when she's in the harness. So you can see she's following me more, walking alongside of me some more and walking towards me as I move around. That's what I want. Just keep doing this over and over, and eventually you'll start following whatever side you choose more and more. Ask her to target in different places. Go different directions. Different distances away. Eventually, as they get really good at this, you can go ahead and go farther and farther away for targeting. So now I went ahead and put the lead on because this is something new. It's more stuff wrapping around, hanging around that she has to walk over. So I want her to get used to this and not be afraid if the lead touches her leg or has pressure as she hops somewhere. So go ahead and ask her to target again. This is all just getting her used to the equipment. So go ahead and I run the lead up. I go ahead and it's now, I'm holding it, so that's a different position than before. You have to train them for everything that's new, so that nothing will freak them out. Then she came over, I gave her a treat. I asked her to target over here. See, now the lead is in her face, so that was something new for her. So she was trying to throw it out of the way. Overall, she's not too bothered by the harness. Once it's on, she's pretty relaxed. So I go ahead and I put down the target and I let the lead down and I practice the recall cue. So this is in case I were to drop the lead or if she were to get scared by something and I were to let it go, if it was getting tangled up or something. I'm asking her for a recall with the lead dragging behind her. So this way she gets used to this feeling as well. In case I were to wrap around her foot a little bit, she wouldn't be too upset by it. And we go ahead and we end the training session here.